And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Boilermakers will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense will have first crack at this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That ball came out a little late and it was almost picked off.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Back to pass, it's Anthony. Quickly to the tight end. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. They'll throw on 3rd and short. There's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Purdue's offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Thomas. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Thomas. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
He leaves it with his back. Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Purdue!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. You just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Boilermakers will hustle to the line. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Day. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
How many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Touchdown, Boilermakers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
14, LSU, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. To the air, it's Anthony. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Purdue.
Lost to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Day. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got an open man. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Going for the big play. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Looking for a crease to the left. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Purdue! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry. They all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Anthony. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hawkins. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Boilermakers want to move quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go.
He's got it on the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
The short hands, it's Woolly hand. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. to throw again. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Boilermakers! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Anthony. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Might be calling a hot route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snagged in the middle. It's Willingham. Touchdown, Purdue! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This lead in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll start this drive firing. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush. and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Brings up second down.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Trying to beat the D deep. Brings it in down the left side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Boilermakers are in the hurry up.
For the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Going right to work up top. Hauls it in. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Offense in a split backfield. Give to the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright, got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Trying play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. To the ground with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll run it again. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You know?
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for this receiver, hello, viral.
Hello, viral, and on every platform, everywhere. You're going to see it in top plays. Not one, not two, not three. Just continuing to count the touchdowns. This guy's been balling.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Boilermakers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to...
The ball is out behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Right down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. He wants to throw it. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Purdue! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You've got to stop turning the football over.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run it from the gun. Hard running there. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Handoff from the gun. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
and they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Purdue 91, LSU 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.